We're still trying to understand what's going on in Indianapolis. And I know, Perloff, you said it's a fool's errand to try to really understand Jim Irsay.
Well, I not to say understand Jim Irsay. I understand this decision to pull a guy out of the booth to be the head coach midway through the season is unprecedented, to say the least, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's something that's been just bizarre. It also looks like there's an update to this story where they have decided on a play caller. The play caller is
Oh, you said his name earlier. It sounded like
his name
a made-up name.
Parks Frazier.
Yeah.
Pardon me. His name is Parks Frazier. He's a young former quarterback, I think, at Murray State.
Oh, yeah. He was great at Murray State.
I know. You were probably had him on one of your... He was your guy back then? You had a lot of guys.
Do we know what his job was with the Colts?
Yeah, so he's been on the staff for at least 5 years. He's been like an offensive assistant. He's been like a quality control, all these types of jobs, just kind of like doing things on the offensive side. But as far as we can tell, clearly never been a play caller because he's been there since Frank Reich has been there, and Frank Reich has always been the play caller.
So he just
jump right 30. In there, buddy.
Just turned 30. Now that I get because the young play callers is a trend.
That's the thing now. Yeah. The Kellen Moores. But
this guy, Kellen Moore, was at least famous in college. So I don't know if this guy really deserved the job. Yeah, I don't see this going definitely well in Indianapolis. But I think it actually works out well for Jeff Saturday and everyone because the expectations are low.
The expectations are low. Okay, it's one thing for the expectations to be low, but you don't want to be a complete embarrassment, though. Nobody wants to be an embarrassment. There is a glimmer, like Jeff Saturday might be delusional, but he took this job probably thinking, man, like this could be my opportunity. He obviously thinks he has what it takes to coach. Now he wants to find out. It's one thing about having no expectations. It's the other for something to like blow up kind of spectacularly, which you don't want.
Well, that's true. I understand what you're saying. But Carolina, what were their expectations when they fired Matt Rule and traded Christian McCaffrey? So they lowered the bar successfully. I understand what you're saying. Bringing in a TV celebrity is probably putting too much attention on you.
Also, Steve Wilkes didn't win a Super Bowl with the Panthers. You know, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Saturday is he's a legend there.
So you think because Jeff Saturday has a lot of name recognition there, got a lot of name recognition from being on TV, he was linked to Peyton Manning, that maybe this is not the smartest move because say you're going to lose the rest of your schedule.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of negative attention here. We're gonna talk about this.
It's almost like with Steve Wilkes and the Panthers. We talked about a little when PJ Walker had a nice game, but beyond that, we're not really. Okay, let's welcome in Peter King, Football Morning in America, of course, NBC Sports, and one of our dear friends. Peter, make sense of this. Why is Jeff Saturday the interim head coach for the Colts?
Because Jimmy Irsay loves them. He didn't love anybody else on his staff. He didn't want to just rehash old times with either John Fox or Gus Bradley. You can't underestimate, Maggie, how much, or overestimate, whatever cliche I'm going to use here, how much Jimmy Irsay really likes Jeff Saturday.
Yes.
I mean, go back in time. Jeff Saturday, there's a great NFL Films clip of Jeff Saturday arguing tooth and nail on the sidelines with Peyton Manning. I mean, has Tom Brady's center ever done that with him? No. Has Drew Brees' center ever done that with him? No. But Jeff Saturday argued with Peyton Manning. Jeff Saturday, I think has a tremendous amount of respect with players around the league, not current ones, but players around the league because of his role in that, in the negotiations back in 2011. One night during those negotiations, right near the end, in the corner of a lounge in a hotel in Washington, D.C., alone for Jeff Saturday and Roger Goodell. He's a significantly kind of in his own way powerful guy, very well respected, and I think Irsay is gambling basically that he can convince players and he can convince some skeptical coaches that he's going to be able to lead this team. Obviously, on paper, it is a totally preposterous move. probably more than just on paper.
Yeah.
But again, I think Jimmy Irsay is just thinking, I am not doing what everybody else is doing and mailing in this season. I've wanted to hire Jeff Saturday on my staff twice, so now I got a chance. What is the rest of the season? It's meaningless. Now I got a chance to hire him and maybe have him really do some good. So we'll see.
Peter, you think he has a chance to do enough to get the job next year?
I doubt it, especially when you look at the schedule. I mean, Philadelphia, Dallas, Minnesota, and whatever you think of the Giants. I mean, they really have a tough schedule. And so, the games in Dallas, Minnesota, the game against Dallas, Minnesota, and the Giants are all on the road. So I don't know where the wins are, quite frankly, Andrew.
I do remember now that image of Robert Kraft hugging Jeff Saturday after those negotiations, and I thought it was because the owners had fleeced the players so badly in that negotiation that Robert Kraft was like crying tears of joy because it probably made him another $1 billion. Peter, we don't have that much time with you, so just a couple more because we're going to be up against a break. But I'm freaking out over Josh Allen's elbow. How much should I be freaking out, and what could an elbow injury for him do to the rest of the AFC?
It would basically open it up to the fact that now, if he is going to miss some time with his elbow, and I don't know what's going to happen with his elbow, if he's going to miss some time, Maggie, you've got two teams in their own division who right now are a half game out, and both are killing the Bills in division record. Everybody says, well, tiebreaker is great because Buffalo has tiebreaker over Kansas City. That may not matter. The Jets and Miami also have 6 wins, as does Buffalo. Buffalo's 0-2 in the division. Jets and Miami are both 2-1, and Buffalo doesn't play another division game until December. So, to be without Josh Allen for any length of time, especially, when they've got Minnesota coming up, when they're at New England, they've got the Jets coming back, they got Miami coming back, all like in the next 5 weeks. That could be a tough injury. Now, I will say this, Maggie. Case Keenum, I want him in my building in big games in December if I have to have a backup quarterback. He's played in those games. He's won those games. And he's thrown to Stephon Diggs in those games.
Absolutely. Peter, maybe you can help settle a little show debate. We've been talking about Aaron Rodgers a lot, as usual. Any chance you think that Aaron Rodgers is traded maybe post-June 1 next season?
Very doubtful, Andrew, but not impossible. I don't put anything. This has been such a weird year for Green Bay, and it goes beyond 3-6. It's the fact that the general manager didn't go out and do anything at the trading deadline, even though that he went out, I guess, and told everybody how many players he was close to trading for. And it's the classic thing, close counts and horseshoes and hand grenades.
Right.
And, look, that's ridiculous to try to claim how close you got, to so many trades. But it isn't only that. It's just that Aaron Rodgers is probably not going to be the guy who next offseason is going to put the time in the offseason program to fix everything and make it right. If I am Matt LaFleur, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. If you're out of it, if you're 4-11, let's say, or 4-10, and you got 3 games left at Miami, Minnesota at home, Detroit at home, I'm playing Jordan Love.
You got to figure out what you have eventually. Listen, Peter, this was a quick one. We'll have to get you back on again soon. We ran out of time. Thank you for doing this. We know these are super busy days for you, and we will promise we will talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Maggie. Call anytime, and I'm sorry I was late.
All good, all
no
good.
Problem, bud.
We appreciate that. I mean, a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting momentum on this show and elsewhere to really start looking at Jordan Love this season. I got to tell you, I'm sick of watching Aaron Rodgers score 11 points in a game. I wouldn't mind a little Jordan Love juice. Let's do it, Maggie. Can we make this happen?
I'm not with you on that. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet with, I will just want to see, you can't even say the rookie. What is he? He's in his 3rd year now. I'm not that interested right now, but I understand why the Green Bay fan base might be.
Are you interested in a 15-9 loss to the Lions?
No, I am not, especially because I bet the Packers in that game like an idiot.
Oh, well, yeah, they should have won that game by 21 points.
I was like 3.5 or whatever the spread was, like 3.5. Oh my gosh, there's no way the Packers lose 5 in a row.
What was give me a real-time reaction when he was trying to throw to Bakhtiari and he threw the interception?
Just curses.
Curse
Words leaving my mouth at a rapid rate.
Bakhtiari, he's a left tackle.
What the bleep are you doing? I'm sure that was mild compared to what was going on in Green Bay. Thank you for watching our video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this, just hit the bell.
Yeah, ring the bell.
Just hit the bell.